Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your September 2019 reading. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising signs. This will be your general career and finance reading. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support. To all my subscribers, thank you for sticking around. I know I was MIA for a while, so a bit of announcement to make. My schedule has changed dramatically, so I'm really trying to put out as many videos as I can, but they will be in a shorter length. I'm really going to try to keep them between 15 and 30 minutes, trying not to go past 30 minutes so I can, have more videos out for you guys. With that in mind, I know so many of you have asked for career and finance readings, but I decided to split them up. So I'll do your love life reading separate, and I'll link it up here once I'm done with it because I will record it after this. And this will be your general energies for the month and career and finance. So let's see what's going on with your money, job, business, whatever applies to you, okay? So remember, this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Never force a message to apply. Remember, it can be for another Aquarius or their cross-watcher. You could check out your other placement readings. There's a link in my description box below if you're not sure of your other placements for your moon sign, rising sign, or your Venus sign for your love life, so you can get, a little bit more of a detailed and personal reading. At this time, I am not doing personal readings. I've got a lot of changes going on in my life, and so at this point, I will not be able to do personal readings, maybe for another few months. But I will let you guys know when I'm available for personal readings again. So here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, and for general, career, and finance, September 2019. Remember that energy is fluid. Some of you may have already gone through these situations, and others of you have yet to cross that bridge. So if you don't like the outcome, remember that you have the power to change it. So here we go. What I'm channeling at this point right now. I feel some heaviness with your job. Very few people that you can trust. You're tired of speaking up. You say what you have to say, you stand your ground, nobody listens. And so, for lack of a better word, you're just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm just gonna do me, I'm just gonna do my job. But within the next few weeks, I feel as though you'll get the answers that you're seeking. If you've been waiting for change within your environment, at work, within your money, you will get news from it. Those of you that are waiting for messages or changes within your home. Wow. Okay. So within the next few weeks, here's what I have, and a year from now. Some of you are feeling a bit off with your career, your money, your home life. What happens within the next few weeks is what needs to happen for the results that you definitely need. Now, don't get mad at me, Aquarius. I feel as though you're restless about having certain changes or certain developments in your personal life, in your home life, at work. You really want to change things. I feel as though you want to create an environment for you, whether at the home or at work. For some of you, it's both. That is more fluid, that makes more sense. You want to cut out the bullshit, cut the fat out of the situation, and get to the core of it. Get to the main part and focus on that. What do I want in my home? ABC, XYZ, whatever it is. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. And now you're working on the middle part. So you'll get some clarity within the next few weeks, whether it's your home situation, your home life, or at your job, career, business, new opportunities for that. You will find out some news within the next few weeks, or someone has a conversation with you about something that enlightens you, that brings certain things to the surface that you weren't aware of. Like I said, general energies can apply at home. Not necessarily just your work. But what happens within the next few weeks and how you react to it and how you receive that information is everything about how you will be a year from now. Because I get that you want to go from A to Z like yesterday. Like you wish you were already at Z. Why are you not, I hear you say something to yourself like, I've wasted so much time. Why haven't I, after all this time, already made it, whatever you are identifying it as your personal success, as your personal goals. And you get restless and you get anxious and then you just, I don't want to say you give up, but I feel as though you lose a little bit of hope. Some of you may give up, but not completely. It's a temporary throwing your hands up in the air saying, fuck this shit, right? And I feel that the end result that you want will manifest a year from now. Now, don't take it to the heart. Today is September 6th. What you want isn't going to manifest by September, like on September 6th, 2020. Usually this card means it will take up to a year. So what you do within the next few weeks up until September 6, 2020 has everything to do with the outcome, the joy, the happiness, the fulfillment, the love, the relationship, the abundance, whatever it is that you're shooting for, that you're trying to manifest for yourself. But I feel that you get the clarity and the answers that you need within the next few weeks that just change everything. The outcome that you have been wanting becomes more tangible, becomes more realistically within reach, if that makes sense to any of you. So let's clarify this. I'm going to do things a little different for you. I'm going to do it this way. Because I feel that what happens here has to do with what happens here. So it's like going from point A to point Z. I do feel that this is within the home or within your work environment. News, changes, people coming and going, new connections, being enlightened, being informed of certain things. But let's find out. What's going to happen for Aquarius in general energies, career and finance within the next few weeks? I'm not going to take these because I don't normally take too many. Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Whatever has been burdening you emotionally, or maybe you have this Pisces female that's been a huge burden on you, or has been coming to you with certain issues or problems that have weighed on you heavily. I feel that once those 10 of Wands are dropped, you feel so much more clear about what the future holds for you. And like I said, what happens within the next few weeks has everything to do with your own personal joy and path towards success and happiness that will manifest within the next year. Can take 6 months, it could take 9 months. Those of you that may soon find out or are just found out you're expecting. Within the next few weeks, wish fulfillment begins. Whether you receive all the answers, the vindication, the tools that you need, the clarity, the people in your corner. It happens within the next few weeks where, no joke, look at this guy sitting there with his arms crossed, right? And you're almost a bit obnoxious about it, where I feel like it's you saying, I told you so. When truth comes out about a situation, I feel as though you've been waiting to be acknowledged about something. And you sit there like, I know I'm right. You know I'm right. You can pretend I'm wrong all you want. But I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. And I'm just going to sit right here until you acknowledge it. And maybe you've been pushed aside and put in a corner to maybe made feel less than. You being blamed for some things that aren't your fault. Or you being told, or others speaking of you saying you don't know what you're talking about. But you are so confident in your truth, in your convictions, that you're just sitting there like, it's cool. You'll be coming to me within the next few weeks, proving me right. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to remember that. And I'm going to enjoy it. I will be gloating in your face. No joke, that's how I hear it. Like you're waiting to put all those negative naysayers on the spot, like, but you guys didn't want to listen to me. I told you this is how we should do things. I told you this is what was going on, but nobody would listen to me. Now this happened. Now this person said this. Now you believe me? Oh, now you believe me, right? I'm glad you believe me. I wasn't lying. I wasn't bullshitting. I know my shit. I know what I'm saying. And I don't need you to prove me right when I know I'm right. And you stand by your convictions. You stand by your word. So within the next few weeks, I feel like that is a burden that you can drop, because you no longer have to even think of it in the back of your mind that there was any kind of doubt about your capabilities or about your word even. Because I feel that you were made to appear as though you didn't know what you were talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to them. And you're on guard like this, like, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Don't come at me like that. And you may have cut a lot of people out, and there may have been people in your corner at work that you were supporting, that you were working well with, or maybe this was in your home, family members, friends, partnerships, where you just pushed people away, cut people out of your life. And then it left you like this with the 7 of Pentacles, where you thought to yourself, wow, so much work into a specific situation or relationship, and it didn't pay out. Nobody listened to me. Nobody believed me. What you didn't realize is that you had everything you needed to move on and move forward with your life. But I feel that some of you were really stuck in proving your word to someone else or another situation. And so now you're sitting there like, what have I done? Another 7. So some of you may be confused about what to do next. I feel as though you get the clarity that you need. You say what needs to be said. You gloat. You enjoy that moment fully. But at the end of the day, you're left like, okay, now that they proved me right, now that they acknowledged everything I said was true, everything I did was right, you're like, okay, well, I guess that didn't make me as happy as I thought it would. Why was I putting my life on hold? Why was I internalizing everything, driving myself crazy thinking about everything and overthinking everything. You may have enjoyed that moment gloating, but at the end of the day, you're just like, now what? What do I do? Where do I go? What's next for me? You don't even know how to clear the confusion. And so you're left with this sense of disillusionment of, wait a minute, I thought this is what I needed to get what I wanted, which is why it will take you a year from now. Because Aquarians, you overthinkers, you may be vindicated. You may be given credit where credit is due. You may, flip people off, basically, give them the bird and see ya, goodbye, peace, see you later. Moving on. Thank you for acknowledging. Thank you for giving me credit. F you, I'm out. Mic drop. But at the end of the day, you're just like, okay, now what do I do? And you'll be stuck in that mental energy, overthinking things. But no, you won't, because I'm warning you right now so that you don't go through that, right? So when you get to this point, if you haven't gotten there yet, kick yourself out of there, because you've got so much happiness and joy and abundance coming to you within the year once you get out of this energy. See? Because you were a bit stagnant at one point. Like you just couldn't move forward. You dug your heels in until someone acknowledged something, or somebody cleared your name, or somebody vindicated you, or somebody gave you credit at work and acknowledged what an integral part of the team you truly are, instead of being blamed for bullshit. And you had to be on guard, and you had to stand your ground and protect yourself. But after all of that, you're like, okay, wasn't as satisfying as I thought it was going to be. But when you get out of this mental confusion and emotional confusion, when you realize everything, all the time that has been lost and wasted, holding on to being proved right, clearing your name, you're back at square one. But this time, you're armed with knowledge. This time, you're not starting from scratch. This time, you're starting from experience. And you have the tools, mind, body, soul, spirit, that can help you create this beautiful life you want a year from now. And don't get mad at me that it's going to take a year. It's not going to take a year for all of you. Some of you will be within the year. Some of you it will be by the end of this year. It all depends on your own progress and what you're willing to do to move past certain stagnancies in your life. Do you want to continue digging your heels in? Do you want to continue focusing on watching those pentacles? I mean, these pentacles are here for the taking, but you stand there any longer, they're going to rot. That clarity is exactly what you need to move forward. So instead of sitting here in confusion and then sulking that it wasn't as satisfying as you thought it would be, that it wasn't going to be what shifted things into high gear for you, consider this a sign for you to shift out of that mental state and emotional state quicker than you normally would have had you not received this message. Because it is about standing your ground and standing for what you believe in. And I feel that so many of you did hold out for that reason. You weren't going to let anybody walk all over you. You weren't going to let anybody take advantage of you. You weren't going to let anybody hold you down or hold you back. They weren't going to make a fool out of you or a liar. And that's why you dug your heels in. You were waiting for that day that your name will be cleared, that credit would be given where credit was due, that you were acknowledged and appreciated. What some of you didn't realize is that you didn't need that shit from anyone else but yourself. So within the next few weeks, you'll be receiving that information, that clarity, that vindication, if it hasn't already come by. And so now once that clarity and that victory comes in, you're not letting anybody come near you that's going to tarnish your good name, that's going to make you look bad, that's going to hold you back. Now you know to shift out of this energy into high gear and start working on what it is that you truly want for yourself. And that's why it takes you close to a year, if not a year for some of you. You have found your inner strength. Whoever this lion was that was on the attack, that was probably the pot stirrer. Doesn't have to be a Leo, but it could be. You've learned how to tame the beast. For some of you, it was the beast within. You yourself kept yourself in this self-imposed prison, thinking and overthinking certain scenarios and situations. You're done. You know you're strong enough to get out of it. And you're ready to start all over again. I'm hearing it's as though you're resurrecting yourself from the dead. You thought your life was over. You thought your career was over. You thought your relationship was over. You thought your partnerships, friendships, whatever it was over. I think you were on the brink of just giving up on life itself. And you probably kept thinking, this shit isn't going to work out. Whatever that shit was for you. But I feel that you had put so much energy and importance into this vindication that some of you didn't realize that you already had everything you could have possibly wanted or needed. You didn't need somebody to prove you right. You already knew you were right. You didn't need somebody to make you look good. You were good enough by yourself. So once you realize that after waiting for that vindication that it wasn't worth it, you just cut it out. And you say, how do I go back to after everything I put in and cut out the confusion and start over again? Because now I see things for what they are. Now I know I need to put work into myself and continue healing myself and continue working on myself, on my career, on my home, on my whatever it is that you need for yourself to bring about strength and happiness so that you can resuscitate, bring yourself back to the life that you want. And it's not going to be easy for some of you. That's why it takes a year from now, a few months, or a year. By the end of the year or next year. But what you don't want to do is keep yourself tied up in thought. You see, the hanged man may be tied, but he's not completely bound. He's really thinking about everything that has happened, self-reflection, everything that he's learned, everything that he's healed, everything that he has said and done, everything he's grown from. And so self-reflection goes a long way because you essentially learn from yourself, and you know what your next step is purely by realizing you are your own teacher. And while some of you were busy being your own worst enemy, you'll soon shift out of that because you realized you were stronger than you thought you were. You weren't giving yourself enough credit there. Okay. Energy Oracle card. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. What'd I tell you? Victory is yours. Look at that beautiful card. That's the 10 card, which comes down to a 1, which is the Magician. You are victorious. And if you haven't realized that yet, you're about to. Bring yourself back to life. You don't need anybody to bring you back to life. You have the power to bring yourself back to life because you don't realize how strong you really are. You feel all tied and bound to a specific situation at work, at home. There are certain protocols in place at work that makes you feel like you can't make changes, you can't make progress, you can't move on, move forward, whatever it may be. But change is coming. Sometimes this is self-imposed. And sometimes it's easier to get out of these ties than you realize. Remember, you have the power and the strength to get yourself out of it. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. This is your sacral chakra. Let me read from the book for this one. Because I know that there is a specific message here. There's an affirmation that comes with it. And it's important that you know. My second chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle waves of intimacy coming my way. So, some of you, like I said, are just realizing your own strength because it comes from self-love. The more you love yourself, the more you heal yourself, the more you care for yourself, the easier things become because your own personal power is what gets you through. Appreciation. Some of you need to show appreciation to those that have been there for you every step of the way. Some of you don't get the appreciation that you feel you need or deserve. But it starts with you. Appreciate everything that you've gone through as a lesson. Learn from it, heal from it, and keep moving forward. If you've had people in your life that you're appreciative for, that have been there for you, that have stuck by you, that have supported you, it's important that you show appreciation to them as well. And I've already gone past my time. I know I was trying to keep it 30 minutes. Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Career, finance. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Look at that beautiful card with Archangel Michael. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So that whole self-imposed prison, that lack mentality, I think so many of you have realized that that's gotten you nowhere. And when you thought that you needed vindication from people, you now realize you held yourself back by waiting for it. And so the sooner you shift out of needing someone's validation, the sooner you realize it's time to shift out of the negative self-talk, the lack mentality. You are what you think. You create what you think. And if you think in lack or negativity, you continue to create that. Some of you need to declutter. And trust me, it's not just about decluttering around the office, at work, or the home. For some of you, it's emotions. It's mental angst, it's anger, it's whatever is weighing down on you mentally, the overthinking. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Some of you may be overworking yourself for no reason because it's the only way to keep your mind busy from overthinking the bullshit you've been going through. You may even hate your job, but yet somehow it's been like your escape. It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. One more before I close this. You know, I wasn't going to take them because I said one more and two came out, but I will. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Remember that appreciation card. Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. And yes, I know some of you have been waiting for this. Raise or promotion. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Now, since Archangel Michael came out there, I feel the need to pull one of his oracle cards before I end this reading. I will end it with Archangel Michael. Give me one moment. I haven't pulled this deck in quite some time. Let's see, Archangel Michael. Let's close out this reading for Aquarius. What do they need to know for their general career and finance reading? Wow. You guys. You see that? Self-respect. A message from Archangel Michael. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see myself as you see me through the eyes of love. Thank you for honoring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself and grant me the courage to speak up on my own behalf. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so that I am surrounded by loving and kind people. That is everything right there. 7 of Wands. Standing your ground and realizing you are strong enough for this. Whatever is thrown onto your path. Deflect it. Break free from it. I know I get preachy, but self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, all of it. Treat yourself, Aquarius. Do it. Do what you need to do to bring yourself towards that path, towards that outcome that you've been wanting for yourself. Aquarius, that was your reading. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you're new to me, I hope that you subscribe. Double tap that bell so you're aware of when I upload. Your love reading is coming up next. Once again, Aquarius, thank you so much. Have a wonderful month. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.